Hello everyone, Ascension Presents is back again with musician and speaker Kara Klein. How are you, Kara?
Great, I'm doing awesome.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, I'm so excited to be here.
So what has been your experience thus far at the World Meeting?
It has just been so exciting. I have been amazed at the excitement and just like the joy in the air. Just like getting off the plane and just seeing all of like the little action figures of Pope Francis. I mean, it's just shocking. All of the signs everywhere in the airport, on the streets. It's just been,
it's everywhere.
Beautiful.
Pope Francis bobbleheads everywhere.
Yeah, it's been so beautiful to see like the entire city, just like this fire in the city. It's been awesome. Just really filling my heart with so much joy.
So good. And tell us about your role at the Youth Congress.
Yeah, well, I sang today and I'll be singing tomorrow, kind of singing and speaking at Ascension Cafe, which has just been, again, just such a joy for me. Just kind of giving a little bit of my testimony and sharing some of my music with the youth. And it's just, again, just been such a joy to be a part of it, to get to meet some of the youth. I was talking to some of the teens today that were just so excited again to be there. It was just so precious.
Yeah, what's that been like? What have they been saying to you and vice versa?
It's so cute because they're so excited. Like, it's just so beautiful to witness their excitement. They're just like, we can't wait to meet Pope Francis, not me, but see Pope Francis. Right. And we're just so happy to be here, and it's just beautiful to see. And then also to being in ministry, I know so many other people in ministry, so it feels like a big Catholic party.
It is like kind of a reunion.
I have so many friends that I'm running into, and it's just like it's just awesome. It's just a beautiful time.
It's so great. And so tell us a little bit about how you got started in music and why you're even pursuing that.
Yeah. Well, I sang my whole life and, really basically gave my life to Christ at a very, very young age, and started writing Christian music actually when I wrote a theme song for the Abbey Youth Fest, which is a big festival in Louisiana. But the first year that they ever did it, I was 13 and wrote and won a contest to do the theme song, and I started writing Christian music from there. And I started out as a chastity speaker basically when I was 18, just sharing my music, sharing about my commitment to chastity. And I've been doing it now, I'm 29, so doing it for 10 years, and it's just been a real joy. I really feel called to evangelize, and my message has changed a little bit. I still speak about chastity, about purity, but more and more I've really felt called to speak about authentic joy and where we find that, not just concerning purity, but just in really saying yes to Christ and really trusting radically in His unconditional love and trusting in the love of the Father. And a lot of that has come from my own journey, my own personal testimony. Just trusting radically that just in the goodness of God, because I've really seen that so many people, I think that we have faith and we believe in the existence of God, but very few people trust in the goodness of God, and we don't know Him. So many people, we don't know His goodness on a deep heart level. And so I kind of just share my experience with that and share about where authentic joy is really, really found, which I think is at the crux of building a culture of life. We have to be a generation that actually wants to live our own lives. We have to want to be a generation that wants to embrace life and live with joy.
Absolutely. So if there's one thing you could leave to the youth that are listening to your concerts at the Youth Congress, what impression do you hope to make with them? And tell us a little bit about that.
I would want to say to them just to have hope, never ever give up hope. That's kind of a message that I'm just echoing from John Paul II, but really from Jesus, in Scripture. Never ever give up hope, because no matter what happens in life, like, Christ can work all things for good. He's a God of the resurrection, and I think that we need to hear that in our culture today, because we live in a culture of so much death, and so much tragedy. And God, the good news about Jesus is that when we say yes to Him, we don't get this promise that life goes according to our will, or that we get everything that we want, but that God will work all things for our good, no matter what happens in our lives. Whether it's storms or rain or sunshine. Whether it's our triumphs or our tragedies. Like, the Lord is so merciful. And this is, like, I think what the modern saints have been trying to tell us, Faustina and John Paul II and Therese. God is so merciful and He's so good, and He'll continue to bless us, and He can work all things for our good if we continue to say yes, and we continue to surrender to Him and trust in Him and give everything to Him and follow Him. He will work all things for our good, and He wants our trust.
Beautiful. Yeah. Well, thanks so much for joining us. One last question. Are you going to make it down to see the Pope on the weekend?
I unfortunately am not, I'm so upset, but I already had something else booked for the weekend, so I have to leave a little bit early, but I'm happy to be here in any case. Yeah.
Very good. I'm so glad you could sit with us.
Thank
And where can people go to access your music?
Thank you. They can go to my website, which is just my name, karaklein.com, KARAKLEIN.com, or I'm on all the social media. It's Kara Klein Music on Twitter, or, Instagram, Facebook, all of that. So
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good. Look her up, definitely, and keep watching Ascension Presents on YouTube to get all your updates for the World Meeting of Families. We'll see you again for the next segment.